Okay, hello everybody, this is Professor Zoomer. Welcome back to Let's Play Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. Where we last left off, we defeated Electro for the final time, but now we're going over some of the extras. Now, I did start a new file and just use the unlock all so we can go over the costumes and stuff. So we're gonna get started with that. So the first costume is,
Peter Parker's alter ego, the Amazing Spider-Man. Spidey's wall-crawling and web-slinging, combined with his super strength and his amazing agility, make old Webhead one of the most spectacular superheroes around.
Is the normal suit. The next one is Spider-Phoenix.
Spider-Phoenix. What happens when the Phoenix Force merges with one spider-bitten hero? A cosmically powered headache for evildoers everywhere. Prodigy, a recipe calling for 3-part Spidey, 1 part Thunderbolts, and 1 part huge misunderstanding.
Dusk.
Dusk, even stealthier than the black suit, as Dusk Spidey strikes out from the shadows.
The insulated suit.
A suit made of rubber insulation may come in handy should Spidey face any electrically powered opponents.
The Alex Ross suit.
Spidey with a makeover at the hands of the now legendary Alex Ross.
So as the comments note, this was originally going to be the suit in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, but it ultimately got changed for a more comic-accurate look. But yeah, this is what he was going to look like. In fact, the E3 trailer, the very first one, showed this costume, and the costume was finished and made. You can actually find it pretty easily online, so here's a white version.
Alex Ross's Spidey, now available in white.
Venom 2 from Earth X.
For all of you that haven't read Earth X, Spidey was nice enough to model Venom 2's outfit for you.
The Negative Zone.
The Negative Zone is a strange and sometimes terrifying alternate universe, one that can affect a hero in a variety of ways.
And then the rest of them are the suits from the first game, which you unlock for beating the game twice in a row on normal.
The symbiote, now bonded to Venom, used to be Spidey's favorite suit. Well, that is, until he found out that it was alive, of course. The suit worn by Miguel O'Hara to stand up for justice in the year 2099. Captain Universe, powered by the Enigma Force. Trapped on Counter-Earth, our hero dons the nanotech suit of Spider-Man Unlimited. Born in maximum clonage, the Scarlet Spider. Ben Reilly, a serious case of mistaken identities, left New York with one Spidey too many. When his loved ones are in danger, sometimes there's no time for the full suit.
Okay, I thought there would be comments for those. Anyways, something else we're going to go over is the Parker's Portfolio, which views photos of past boss fights. So you unlock 4 different sets, just depending. One of them is a more kiddie, chipified version. So there's Spider-Man fighting Shocker, Hammerhead, Lizard, Sandman, and Electro, and Hyper Electro. Then it's the normal version of those. So Shocker, Hammerhead, Lizard, Sandman, Electro, and Hyper Electro. Now next up is, again, the same boss fights, but this time drawn by Mark Bagley. Again, Shocker, Hammerhead, Lizard, Sandman, Electro, and Hyper Electro. Now, the next set was drawn by the late John Romita Jr., I believe. So here he is against Shocker, and these are also black and white. Hammerhead, the Lizard, Sandman, Electro, and Hyper Electro. So again, you unlock these through fighting the bosses on the various difficulties. Like, this is Kid Mode, Easy, Normal, and Hard. Yes. I guess we can go over the comics real quick. I won't be reading the descriptions or anything, but you get Amazing Spider-Man number 9, the first appearance of Electro. You get Amazing Spider-Man number 4, the first appearance of Sandman. Ultimate Spider-Man 1. Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, Issue 13. I'm not going over all these names, actually. But, yeah, there's 32 comics again. There is one I wanted to go over real quick, actually. If I can find it. There it is. Light the Night, Part 1 of 3. So this... During this run, Electro ends up kind of giving up on crime, but then a couple years later he goes back to it. So yeah, there's 32 comics to collect, and like I said, they're spread out throughout the difficulties, so it's impossible to get them all in one go. But with that being said, before I actually, end the Let's Play, I do want to really quickly bring up a specific TikToker. It's a very good friend of mine. Her name is Electro's #1 fan on TikTok. And if you want to learn more about Electro, unironically, I do highly recommend her account, because in the year I've been friends with her, I've learned more about Electro than I ever did in my 20-something years of life. Because he's actually a lot more complicated than just, oh, I've got zappy powers. So yeah, I highly recommend you check out that TikTok account. You might actually learn something new about the character. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next Let's Play, whatever that may be. Bye.